against Damwon Kia right here. I think Lee Sin is actually a fine choice. And also is able to follow up on a lot of the CC. I mean, as far as Lee Sin and Alistair and Gragas, you could basically move an opponent without them having an opportunity to do anything from outside an inhibitor turret to the fountain.
Yeah, basically. I mean, this is the higher tempo play we wanted to see from a free kick going into the second game. So at least we get that. At least we're able to build a draft, or they're able to build a draft. We get to witness this draft that should be on paper, able to control the game, the early to mid stages of it a lot better. I would have personally liked the Hecarim a lot for those later team fights, but we'll see how this pans out, Atlas.
Yeah, very interested to see how this one is going to go. Damwon Kia with basically the draft that they wanted, but Afrika with a lot of extra tools in the earlier stages, and eyes are going to be on Dread. I mean, man, if they're looking for a level 3 gank.
Here we go. This is what I was talking about, this level 3 on the Showmaker. Barrel's already here, though. Scare of the week.
Fantastic stun comes through as Beryl just going to crash down, and Dread's like, dang it, why is there a horse here? Just never happens. So Showmaker's going to be way too safe as Khan gets Kane into a good position. Canyon lying in wait in exactly the right spot. Body slam now on cooldown, but there's the defensive cask. I love it. Spear going to land, but not enough follow-up here from Canyon, who's still going for it. Over the wall here is now Dread. Finds himself under fire. No help from his top laner, of course, because Keen's health bar is so low. Stun comes down. No, not from Khan just yet. Dread's still going to be pressured out of his jungle as Fly taking a lot of damage. Gameplay coming through here from Fly. Flash out from Showmaker as the culling. Unfortunately, there's a wall there, Showmaker. So can't actually get that angle effectively as Dread. Yeah, in exactly the right spot. See whether the E's there, and it's not. Just had to wait for the cooldown a little bit too long. Thrift Herald immediately backs away from the blue buff that he was heading towards before and wastes a lot of time happy feeding. Keen, though, finds his way in. There will be a slice for Khan to try and get him out as that Q somehow misses from Dread, and Khan decides that he wants to take the fight. The kickback comes in as now Khan closing the gap onto Fly, who doesn't have a lot of mana left over. Canyon fighting 1 versus 2 isn't really what you want. A Safeguard is going to get the Lee Sin to safety, and now Canyon 1 versus 3. Don't really like those odds, unfortunately, as Fly barely going to survive as Beryl. Can he get the crash down? He does. Lands it onto the Syndra, and so Canyon's going to have his blushes a little bit spared here as the rest of Afrika heading towards their outer turret, and Khan.
I agree.
All right, goes.
This is a trade you want.
Yeah, exactly. The Rel coming through a little bit late here as Bang grabs his S rank, and now Beryl looking to try and crash through, but he's just going to take 3 damage, and Bang only going to get magnetized at the very end. Oh, Voidseeker going to miss. Anything like that, and they grab Ghost's heal for free.
Oh, Fly is in trouble.
Oh no, he's dead, Wolf. It's not in trouble. He was dead as soon as that crocodile started moving forward. Now, very dangerous over short distances.
He's going to let his time out for a little bit. As Dread has been sitting on like 70 CS for a little while here.
He might be sitting on dead pretty soon, as Safeguard is there.
And of this game, the timing where it was going to be powerful is over. We've passed it now. And even though he's 2-0, he hasn't done enough, and he hasn't helped control the lanes.
This is sick from Keen, though. Khan takes 2 turret shots that he couldn't afford to take. Fat Flash follow from Keen. Absolutely, maybe not the most difficult. I think there could be one on the side, but I'm going to have to hold that thought here as well. In a whole host of trouble, going to be taken down very early. It's Ghost from Lens, nor are they going to be surprised about Afrika going for a Cloud Drake here as Damwon Kia moving towards Dread, but there is certainly something lying in wait here as unfortunately Beryl out of position yet again. Able to create some distance, but Bang's going to be able to grab that kill. As Keen looking to try and punish Ghost yet again. 5 people down here. The flash comes through. Mini stun against the wall there as Ghost going to get dove and destroyed. Keen is, I don't know, on another level on this Gragas play right now, but they're still
trying to control more of the map. I think you're pretty happy with that one. This is going to be Canyons. Jumped on. Oh man, actually, so sick. That's the Lee Sin you're looking for.
Yeah, so I might have been a little bit mean to Ghost. He wasn't actually allowed to play League of Legends with that particular play, as Samira being able to hold him in place was just so scary. But we're going to have to hold that thought as well, as Bang he's trying to get that really big S, but he's just going to have to do that from the Death Chamber, I believe. Unfortunately, stuck in the wrong spot. There's Showmaker going to flash, and Fly moves pretty fast. Showmaker is underneath the turret, and that was a slight overextension.
I think we're going to watch the Showmaker replay again. Oh no, we're going to watch this instead. But we could talk about that Showmaker replay instead, as we all know what happens here. Bang gets stunned. The fact that we're seeing plays like this from Showmaker, not only in this series, but in the Fred at Breon series as well, where he's just trying to... It's like, what are you trying to prove? you're already considered the most famous mid laner right now, you know, next to Faker in terms of success, right? Like, yeah, you're looking for a kill here, but what, you already got his flash. Like, just walk away. Like, what are you trying to prove here? You know, you're already a world champion. Like, you're already on the best team in Korea.
Extension there for the Damwon Kia mid laner.
Look at a little bit of a humanoid there.
Oh, dear.
This is almost like chasing Reddit highlights, as Khan is also going to find himself in a really nasty spot. Lehens with a headbutt back. Why wants this?
Yep, doesn't have his ultimate available just yet, as the dash is actually interrupted quite nicely there by Fly, as Lehens, not a lot of mana. Doesn't have his ulti either, his teleport's going to come in. Showmaker looking to try and answer, getting some instant revenge, but like you say, Bang's going to turn up in the nick of time. And Afrika going to chase them out, scatter the weak. Damage, so very nice. As Showmaker once again stepping a little bit too far forward. Shirley going to take a bit of a walk here towards the inner turret. And Canyon going to miss that spear. Kane just happily able to poke her in the eye, but he's going to miss his barrel. And that might mean that he's going to fall down. That was just amazing. Out of Lehens actually broke my brain for a little bit. The pulverize just beautiful, but just not enough.
So Afrika are going to fight their way in here, but it might be too late.
Yeah, Beryl going to dive on forward, but he's smacked back immediately. The Baron's also going down while this is all being said, as Bang caught in the Magnet Storm, and the Baron's now going to be given away. Beryl very, very low, but Lehens also has to get himself out, as that's a great kick. And that's going to secure the kill onto Canyon. The Rel being brought back into the fight, as well as Keen finds the target he's looking for. Ghost, Khan, and Showmaker now against the world. They have a lot of damage, but now it's Khan that's being caught by himself. The rest of Afrika on the approach. And they've lost no one in this battle. Khan, I mean, he's very durable at this point in the game, but unfortunately can't do anything in the face of 5 people.
Baron was under fire. They knew it was going to be a slow take. They were slowly pushing towards, and they fought their way in very carefully towards the Damwon Kia that was unfortunately a little bit indecisive as to how they were going to rotate over to deal with it. Showmaker is here, but he alone denying this, even with low hit point bars. It's pretty unrealistic. Barrels here as well now.
The Baron's doing a lot of work as Lehens gets over the wall, I believe, with a Hex Splash, as now the stun comes down, but Lehens is just going to die. Flash out from Showmaker, Ardent Blaze comes in, and Ghost looking to try and tidy this one up. It was an optimistic Baron, and they were punished for it, as now Canyon's chasing after Dread. Safeguard might be able to help him, but Khan has said no to any of this. He just wants to win the game.
Yeah.
The back is going to come through. It's Keen against the world, which is kind of what this game has felt like. And Damwon Kia went from throwing to winning about as quickly as you possibly can. Nexus turret number 2 goes down, and this game, ladies and gentlemen, is over at 25.5 minutes. It's 8,000 in the lead as Damwon Kia. It felt so much like Afrika might have been able to find themselves back into the game. It was Dread's first death, but still, they were too far behind. And the post-match after that, so much damage done by Keen, the most in the game, which is extraordinarily impressive for this guy on a full tank Gragas. He did more than anybody else by a large margin. I think everyone.
Kia가 2대0 승리로 명예회복에
Kia was
성공했습니다.
able
아프리카는
to
2연패
save
수렁에
their
빠지고
pride
말았는데요.
with this
이번에는
win
드레드
against
선수가
Afrika
눈먼 수도승
And this time
리신을
around,
불렀어요.
Afrika
그렇죠. 오늘
Freaks
좀
locked
약간 또
in.
신기한 픽이 나왔죠. 이게
Listen, another new
리신이 그전에도
champion
이제 표식
coming in.
선수가 한번
Well,
보여주고
Pyosik
있지만
already
좋은
played it in
모습이
the
나오지
LCK,
않았고
but
챔피언
he was
자체가
not
아직
able
나오기엔
to
너무 이르지
find
않나라는
a
생각이
huge
살짝 들고
success.
또
And
이게
we think that this is
다mon기아
not the
같은
right
경우에 카이사
timing
먼저
for
뽑아놓고
Listen to pop
서포터를
off.
내렸고
네.
이제 아프리카 프릭스 같은 경우는 바텀 듀를
Tamokia
둘다
this time
뽑았지만
around, they
투자한 거에
locked in
비해서
support
바텀
in the
주도권이
very
별로
last
없었거든요.
time
또
of the
이제
pick and ban.
다몬기아는 니달리기 때문에
Afrika
바텀 미시를
Freaks was able to
해줬는데
complete
이 주도권을 또 잡으면서
severe
미드까지 그 베리
Alistar
선수의
in the
원래
very
정면
early
특허인
phase.
2렙 로밍을 또 보여주면서 다몬기아가
And
정말
Dread
픽밴도 잘했고
was
그런
playing
플레이를
really
잘해준 것
well
같습니다.
on this season as well, but we want to also praise the Tamokia was able to find a really nice comp in game number 2.
안 하는 팀은 또
And it's really odd to see a team that does not ban out Renekton when they already locked, when the opponents already locked in Italy.
레넥톤이 계속 라인 주도권이 있거든요.
Renekton always
그러다 보니까
just get to have
CS
the lane
타임도 좀
priority,
나오고
so there is a
전령
CS
싸움이라던가
differential,
이런
and
오브젝트,
also there's then it all leads to the Imperial
밀리지 않았나.
fight and
그래서
everything.
레넥톤이 되게
So
좀 주요했다고
Renekton was the key
그러면 다몬기아가
card
어쨌든
on the side of
벤티게이터의
Tamokia.
승리까지 이어가는 만드는데
We
성공했는데요.
can say Tamankia
리시를
had
필두로
the
변수를
edge
만들어내려
over
했던
Africa
아프리카
during the
프릭스는
pick and bans.
25분
Now take a
징크스를
look at
피하지 못했습니다.
the highlights.
자, 그리고 담원기아의 상체에서
Tamankia was
정글 킹,
able to
솔레
summon the
이상의
King's
위력을
top king,
보여주는
jungle
플레이가
kill, and the mid
나왔어요.
king for the Herald
여기서
fight.
보면 레넥톤이
So let's
먼저
take a
밀고
look.
미드는
Renekton
신드라가 먼저
definitely
밀어요.
has the priority,
그래서
whereas
신드라는
Syndra
올라오고
for
레넥톤이 먼저
Africa
내려가는
had
말이죠,
priority down in the
근데
mid
킹
lane.
선수를 보시면
And watch Kian,
라인을
he just
버리고
gives
붙어요.
up the minion
라인을
wave and
버리고
rotates
붙어서
onto
순식간에
the
3대
Herald.
2가
So
갑자기
Africa was
이렇게
able to
상황이
outnumber the
만들어지는데
opponents for this
여기서
Herald fight.
웬만한 팀은
So usually,
네, 여기에
if you're
담원기아의
down in
상대는
number, the
달랐어요.
team just
그러니까
runs
레넥톤과
away. But
미달리가
Africa
3대 2인데도
Fricks
불구하고
was
들어가고
feeling a little bit awkward to
밑에서는
see
루시안과
Tamankia
레이디
diving
그냥 위에
onto
알아서 이기는
them.
것 같으니까
So
그냥
with this
알리스타를
confidence
막하고
play, they were
들어가서
able to
먹어도
actually
상체에
finish this
좀
Herald.
보여주는 경기가
In
아니에요.
addition to that, Showmaker and Beryl was able to get a very early kill onto Alistar as well in the way to roam for the Herald fight.
왼쪽을
네네.
도와줬을까 알리스타를 봤을까 이제 둘 다 왼쪽으로 갔을 것 같다라는 그런 얘기를 했는데 확실히 잘하는 팀은
When
판단이
we were
조금 더
watching
달랐던
this
것
game,
같습니다.
well, we thought that
알겠습니다.
Showmaker would
자, 이렇게
also
된다면
roam up to the Herald,
담원기아가
but
상대
it was
쪽에서의
really
헤드
interesting to
차이를
see
확연하게
him grouping up with Rel in order to
하지만
catch that
아프리카가
Alistar on
이길
the
수
way up to
있겠는데 하는
Herald.
장면을 만들어낸 적도
However,
있었습니다.
Africa Fricks
뱅
played
선수가
this
슈퍼
game
플레이를
really well,
보여줬어요.
especially with
그렇죠.
Bang
확실히 좋은 모습을
making some
보여줬고 여기서
outplays.
담원기아가 이제 그라가스가 텔레포트가 없다는 걸
Tamankia
알고
knew
블러를
Gragas did
안
not have
오면 우리가 먹겠다는
teleport.
식으로 보이지만
So they were
먹기 좀
forcing
애매해
this
보여서
Baron.
내리 이니시를
But
걸었는데
they did
알리스타
not
잘
have
피하고
enough
여기서 3이라가
damage, and watch
혼자 이제
Saria
떨어져
going
있는 레를
in,
보면서 먼저
absorbing
들어가고
so
스킬도
much
다
aggro, and
받아내면서
also
나와서
she
시간을
was
벌거든요.
able to
그래서
neutralize
시간을
so
벌었기
many
때문에
skills.
그라가스가
She
왔고
fought so many times for her
리신이
teammates.
미드를
Africa
잡아주는 등
was
뭔가
able
여기서
to
이겼다.
re-engage this
뭔가 이게
fight.
보여줄 수 있구나라는 장면을 보여줬던
So they had this
장면이었던
agenda
것 같아요.
to
이게
pull
뱅
off
선수가
the team
확실히
fight up against
치고 빠지고
Tamankia.
모든 걸 잘해줬고
Bang was
여기서
really good at
아프리카가
juggling
한타
the
이겼다
aggro, and
보니까
Africa
상대를
won
잡아야
this team
되겠다
fight.
싶어서
And
레넥톤을
they were able
잡지만
to
여기서 칸 선수가
lock
정말
down
잘한
the
거는
kill onto
죽긴 했지만
Renekton,
시간을
but
벌었고
Khan at the same
그렇게
time
시간을
was
벌었기
able
때문에
to,
레리랑
you know,
미달리가
draw the
이제
opponents
감독을 있었고
to the
여기서
opposite side of the Baron. So
킬을 채워서 온
Tamankia,
루시안이
rest of the
시간을
Tamankia
벌어서
players were
정말
able
좋았다.
to
아프리카
join
입장에서는
this fight
뭔가
once again
이기면
after the
칠 수밖에
revival
없는데
with teleport.
담원기아는 그걸 보면서
So this was a very risky Baron try for Africa Fricks, and it did not work well. So Tamankia was able to finish this game.
집중력이 빛났었는데
Africa Fricks
딱이
looks
마지막
so
바로
controlled
이것만 어떻게
before
조금만 참았으면
that last
이겼을
Baron
것
call.
같거든요.
So
이게
if
정말
they
정말
held on to
맞습니다.
this,
저도 보면서
maybe
아프리카
Baron
프릭스가
try, they
분명히
could have won the
저력이 있는
game.
팀이기 때문에 이런
Once again, we
뒷심부족이라는
saw a huge
숫자를
potential
빨리
coming
해결하면
out from
더
Africa
좋은
Fricks. So
모습을
if
보여줄
they
수
manage to
있겠다고
tidy up
느끼고
their
있는데요.
decision making,
아쉽게도
they
그런
might be
모습은
able to
이번
stacking
경기에서
up some
나오지
more wins
않았고요.
here
이
in
세트
the LCK
승리까지
Spring
담원기아가
Split.
차지했습니다. 이 세트 POG
And the
만나보겠습니다.
POG of game number 2 will be Khan on Renekton.
또 저 자세가 나왔네요. 확실히 오늘 오른도 그렇고
Warren
레넥톤도
and
그렇고
Renekton,
뭔가
Khan
좀
piloting those
팀원을
champions
도와줄 수
really
있는
well.
캐릭터랄까요?
네.
그런
And
캐릭터를
also, he
활용해주면서
played the role of
오늘 정말
supporting
좋은
his
모습을 많이
teammates on
보여준 것
those
같습니다.
two champions.
계속해서 라인을 푸시하고 밑으로 내려와서
He always had
시야를
this lane
도와주고
priority, so he
뭔가 이렇게
was
계속
able
합류를
to
먼저
get
해주고
vision. He
그냥
was
한
able to
선수가
roam
요즘 들어서 라인
to other
전을
lanes,
엄청
so he was able to
빡세게
spread
하기보다는
his
그냥 좀
control
팀원을
all
많이
over the
도와주고
map.
여기서도 이제 해설분들이 말씀하셨다시피
And
원래
this
탑
highlights.
같은 경우에는 전령을 먹으면 자기가
Usually
했는데
when top laners get the Herald in their pocket, they just use the Herald's eye on their lane. But Khan, this time around, he was roaming up to the mid lane and he was giving the turret gold over to Lucian.
그런 이제 조합의 사기성이 좀 나왔던 것 같고
And also we
이래서 이제
saw why
니달리랑
Renekton and
레넥톤이
Nidalee
지지
are
않고
the
싶어하는 팀들의 생각이
classic
보였습니다.
duos coming out.
그렇습니다. 레넥 니달리 이렇게
So
투표에서도
Renekton and
나왔는데요.
Nidalee was
아웃 중 6표를
for sharing
한
votes
선수가
for the
받으면서
POG,
이
but
세트 POG로
Khan locks down the
선정됐습니다.
POG votes
자,
here
그러면
as well.